movie, dog.
Now, before I finish, let me just say, I did not come here to show out, did not come here to impress you, because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone, and I don't care what you think about me, but just remember, when it hits the fan, brother, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years, 10 years, 20 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
Yeah. Better check that disclaimer, cause we going in tonight. Matter of fact, just so y'all know, just in case y'all got the kids by the computer. Oh yeah. If everything skip, that's because we banging up in here. Yeah. 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 Just gotta get these levels right. Alright. Alright now. We're just banging out a little bit. Alright. People up in the chat room? Chat room's up, okay. Alright. Alright. Damn it. Enough of that. About to take it someplace else. Say again? Your oh. Is your mic on?
Mm-mm.
Well, it is now.
I'm just talking to you. I'm sorry. Talk to the people.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I was saying that my I thought it was my little cool music bop, but when I look on screen, it looks like I'm having convulsions. You know,
it's you trying to find the rhythm, and the rhythm trying to catch up to you. So that's what's causing everything to skip.
Something happening.
Okay, I can get that. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Find a Way to Make a Way show. I am your host, Harold S. Reed Jr., also known as HRJR, your motivational coach. If you don't know what motive action means, motive plus action equals results, and results equals success. As you can see, by my side is not the homie Kaiser. It is my original ride or die partner in crime, the super producer Soups.
What's up, people?
And we call her Superwoman because she only blink when she sleep. That's how we gets down up here at BKS1. Listen, today is a very, very, very special show. We're going to have a little fun. Well, it's going to be fun for me. I don't know how much fun it's going to be for whoever it is that feel I'm talking about them. But, yeah, I'm going to have some fun. Today is a bittersweet day. It's a bittersweet day. It's bitter because today is the anniversary of the death of the Notorious B.I.G. So we're not going to have a moment of silence for him. We're just going to rock out for a second. Here we go.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing.
Yeah.
To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
All my people's in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Check it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a Crip, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
You know very well who you are. Don't let 'em hold you down. Reach for the stars. You have a goal, but nothing to change. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good.
I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke some with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Smalls speak. Living life without fear, putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
You know very well who you are. Don't let 'em hold you down. Reach for the stars.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
All right. That's our little mini tribute to the homie, Christopher Wallace, otherwise known as Notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to have ever done it. And truly a talent that's gone well way before his time. As I said, today's a bittersweet day, and that's the bitter part. The sweet part is, ironically, for those who don't know or may not be aware, today marks the 1-year anniversary of the Find a Way to Make a Wish show here at BKS1Radio.com. Yes, sir. I survived a year.
Anniversary.
I didn't get cut off. The FCC didn't come get me.
It was close.
It was close. There was a couple of times that we thought Spike Lee was coming to get me. Because, well, you know, you got an ass kicking coming from the brothers of Groove Fi Groove Social Fellowship Incorporated for that school days bullshit. But anyway, I did put the disclaimer up. I did put the parental advisory up. There's likely going to be some cussing going on up in here. So consider yourselves as having been warned. Speaking of warnings, and I'm sure if you're in the chat room, this warning has already been given, but let me be complete for myself in doing so. Create a name for yourself in the chat room. If you are going by guest underscore or whatever funky number they give you by default, I will be ignoring you. And whatever the hell you say, I don't give a damn who you are. Even Jesus know he better put Jesus 001, God's son, up in there if you want to get heard up in here. So, yeah.
Visions did handle that for you, by the way, too.
I'm sure she did. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Visions.
On the job.
On the job, holding it down. All right. Got special guests in the house tonight. My man, ERVIP. We're going to leave it at that. I ain't going to throw his government out there. Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to put him on camera. He's feeling kind of shy and vulnerable right about now. But I'm glad he's in the house tonight because it's actually because of him that I'm actually here. Dude called me up out of the blue. I'm in the spot enjoying a cigar because, you know, I do that kind of thing, you know. And he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm having a cigar. It's like, yo, friend of mine need somebody to come in on her radio show. If you ain't doing nothing, you think you can come through, you know, you could talk about your book, you know, it's a good, you know, opportunity to give you some promotion. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, let me check the wife's schedule, see if she got anything planned, make it happen. And here and wound up coming in, and it was the setup, son. It was the setup. People, let me tell you, it was the setup. I got set up. My man called me. He's like, yeah, they had like 3-4 dudes supposed to come in and talk on this show, and they all canceled out. I know why they canceled out. They canceled out because they found out what the hell the topic was going to be that night. For those of y'all that, you know, are family with BKS1, y'all know we got the Only Women Wear High Heels, the Owl Show. And, yeah, okay, you go ahead and say that because, you know, I ain't. All right. And this was the show that I had to come in on. So they had me come in on this show, and they tell me when I come in, oh, the topic is sex, and you're the male perspective. There's a panel. See this whole table I'm sitting there right now? There's women over here. There's women over there. This woman was one of the women up in here. All right? Well, I'm sitting across the room by my damn self. And then they had 2 more women who were guests as well. So I'm sitting in the room by my damn self, room full of women, and I'm the male perspective when a room full of women want to talk about sex. Django, please. But
You represented well.
I held it down
Yes, you
because
did.
I'm professional. Aaron, did you want to say something? I mean, you could turn the mic on. I could put the camera on you. Did you want to say something? Nah, we good. See my man being shy all in. All right now. All right now. Nah, but you know what? I had the little librarian, light skinned lady.
The little freaky librarian.
Looking like a little librarian. Got a little box on the floor. It's Pandora's box. She got all kinds of sex toys and batteries.
Look at this dildo.
Yeah, oh my God.
It's the super dildo.
The woman was sitting right across from me, all right? And she had this dildo in her hand, and she was doing You know, so I mean, I'm secure enough in my manhood to sit here and have a conversation, adult conversation with these women about, the topic. It was mature subject matter. But damn, do you have to like demonstrate the dildo all up in my face over there? I had, but, as a result, Soups and the General Storm Norm, they pulled me to the side afterwards and said, we need to talk to you. I was like, oh, okay. Did I say something wrong? Like, no, we, want to talk to you. So a couple phone calls and emails later, here I am.
Here you are.
Here I be.
And you survived the trip home that night.
I survived the trip home because I was driving by myself. Now, when I got home, that was a whole different talk show.
Yeah, Mrs. HRJR is elaborating on that.
Hey, babe, I see you in the chat room. Don't have me start talking. I'll start talking.
She said, yes, I lost my mind when he got home from that show.
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I guess she felt a little embarrassed or what have you. But quite frankly, ain't nobody that know her was watching the show. I mean, I know to be more careful now because on occasion my mother-in-law has popped in the chat room. So,
No, you would be surprised.
Yeah, so, me and my exploits of being the 3 a.m. Well, anyway, see, I'm going to let that ride. But yeah, it's been a year, and we've seen a lot of faces come and go in the BKS1 family. I'm happy to say my face has been able to stay around, all this time. I did take a month off to, kind of recharge the batteries, and, we came back stronger. So it was a beautiful thing. And I'm very happy to be here, and I thank you again for giving me this opportunity. And homie Aaron across the room, I thank you for the hookup. Me and my man Aaron, we go back to like bra straps. We go back. we go back like slip discs. All right. Speaking of which, shout out to New Hope Baptist Church, 106 Essex Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Essex Catholic Boys High School. Notice I did not say Bishop Francis Essex Catholic. I said Essex Catholic Boys High School. Recognize. That's right. All right. So, all that being said and done, let's jump into it tonight. Tonight, we're going to the book. All right? Not the Bible. Let's be clear. All this cussing I'm about to do is not the Bible we're going into tonight. Tonight, we're going into my book. All right? Find a way to make a way. You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution, from which the show was named. All right. If you have a copy of the book, you can read along. If not, just watch along. Tonight's topic is going to be from Section 1, Lesson 4, and this has been by far the most popular. I got the most feedback from this chapter in the book, and that's Beware of the Bubble Busters. So we're going to be talking about that. But before we get into the seminar topic, I want to jump into some current events. Now, I will admit, because if I don't admit it, my wife is going to out me. I will admit wholeheartedly that I am a reality TV whore. I am.
Wow.
I am. I watch. But see, I don't watch the like. Well, no, I watch some ratchet shit. I do. I do. I think the most ratchet that I've watched was, well, Love and Hip Hop is straight ratchet, but that Love and Hip Hop in Atlanta, that really put a strain on my intellect. Yeah, I mean, I literally felt like every week my intelligence was being insulted by the shit that was on that show. But what you say, man? Turn the mic on. Just turn the damn mic on.
The mic is on.
All right, because can't nobody hear you mumbling in the background. So
I said you must ain't see mama drama.
Oh no, see, I got standards. See, I watch our people, you know, to some extent, you know, but like the Honey Boo Boos and you know what I can't really get into. I can't get into like, all right, I got white friends, I got white people that watch the show. I got people around the world that watch the show. So if you get offended, fuck you, because you shouldn't. You ought to know better. All right, the reality shows that I cannot watch are like the white ones, like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I can't watch it. The Honey Boo Boo.
I can't watch Weeds.
Yeah,
about the white woman that
sell drugs. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Was it Swamp People? What was it, the Amish Mafia? I can't do that.
Californication.
Yeah, but those are reality shows. Those are scripted TV shows.
Sorry.
I'm talking
you
about.
You said white. It just took my mind.
Yeah, well, you know, it's all Hollywood, quite frankly. You know, and there's nothing real about reality TV, no matter what.
Right.
What
people think.
Exactly. It's
scripted ratchetness.
Exactly. Or just like improv ratchetness.
Definitely gonna tweet.
All right. But bringing it to the point, one of the shows that I have enjoyed watching over the past couple of years is The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. I have enjoyed watching the ratchetness of these women.
I see why though.
Over the past, well, I mean, yeah, don't get it twisted. I mean, they're attractive, but I mean, to watch the show, it's like, I couldn't see myself with any of these women because they all fucking crazy.
Crazy.
To some degree or another, they all got some kind of issue that I just could not see myself dealing with.
Most men love crazy.
No, most men don't. No. Let's clear that shit up right now. Most men do not love crazy.
Because crazy leads to insane.
Right. All right. Most men tolerate crazy. You'd be surprised what dudes do to keep sex coming. All right. We'll tolerate crazy. Okay. We'll put up with it. You know. But anyway, I want to talk about two chicks from this show. For those of you that watch the show, you know, y'all know what y'all may or may not know what I'm about to get into when I call out these two people. But the two characters that I want to talk about right now are Kenya Moore and where's this other chick? Phaedra Parks. All right. Now, there was a point a few episodes back, like maybe 3 weeks ago, where Phaedra and her husband wanted to make a workout video. And Kenya has a production company, so you know they brought her in and you know they exchanged ideas and so on and so forth. But what wound up happening was they couldn't come to an agreement on money. All right. Whereas Kenya said she wanted residuals for her work. She wanted to own a piece of it. You know, and Phaedra and her husband was like, fuck out of here. Just help us put it together. We'll pay you and then bounce. But Kenya, being the businesswoman that she is, she said, you know, I own a piece of everything I do. And quite frankly, I can't be mad at that. You know, but they decided to part ways. And you would think that would be the end of it.
Right.
Phaedra and her husband would go find somebody else to do what they want to do. Kenya would go off trying to trap a man into marrying her and knocking her up, because that's pretty much her point on the show. She's trying, she had one dude when she came on the show. She's trying to, pigeonhole this dude into marrying her, and he finally told her, bye.
Ooh.
Different part. I'm not even going to get into that. But let's just say that Kenya Moore is crazy as a bag of rocks.
Really?
Oh, without a doubt. You would never know that such beauty would be so fucking crazy. But anyway, so this is what winds up happening. Kenya decides that she wants to create her own workout video. All right. Now, originally, excuse me, Phaedra and her husband wanted to have a video called the donkey booty video or what have you. But they wound up, and they did change the name. But Kenya wanted to call it the donkey booty video. Phaedra wanted to call it donkey booty video. And then Kenya turned around and decided she wanted to have a stallion booty video, workout video, make a workout video of her own. Now that I have a problem with. If you couldn't come out with the right, with the right agreement, that's fine. But now you want to take this idea that they have and do your own thing. That's kind of foul. That's kind of foul. But in the end, Phaedra and her husband wound up just playing off of her name, which begins with PH. They did a workout video called Fine Body. All right. They found somebody to help them do the production, and they did a video called Fine Body. And there's like a couple volumes with this, like an extreme workout, medium workout, different levels or what have you. Kenya came out with her own called Booty Boot Camp. Okay, so she didn't go with Stallion. Which we really don't need women really marketing themselves to the world after animals, because that's just not cool. So I'm glad they both had the sense to change their names. But here's the wild thing. Here is the wild thing. I read a report today that Kenya's video has outsold Phaedra's video ridiculously. To the point where, okay, when Phaedra's video came out, it was ranked at like number 90 in sales, and when Kenya's came out, it was like 43 or something like that. So it's pretty much, it just, it crashed, it stopped. And you might be asking, why the hell is he bringing all of this up? The reason why is because, you know what? There are people in your life who are just straight haters. There are people in your life who will take your ideas, they will take your visions, they will take your dreams, and they will do everything in their power to kill your dreams. They will do everything in their power to bust your bubble. So tonight, we're going to jump right into the seminar topic. I'm going to give like 1 second, a couple seconds to see what's popping off in the chat room. We're going to jump right into this seminar topic because I got a lot of material, that I want to share with you, so you could just know how to recognize these people and just have some insight on how you could better deal with these people so that you don't wind up punching somebody in their face and wind up going to jail. What's going on in the chat room?
Well, we're talking a little bit about reality shows, and Vision said, my TV set would be broken if I watched that ratchet ass BS. I have no patience for that stupidity. Blind Furry says, I don't waste my time watching them. I chimed in with, it's like a train wreck. It's my little guilty pleasure. Right. I watch it, and when I get a chance, which isn't often. And just basically going back, talking about crazy, because Vision said, Blind Furry, there is crazy, and then there is crazy.
Yeah. And Kenya Moore is cray. Yeah. Straight cray. All right. So let's jump right into it. We're going to jump into our seminar topic. And as I said, the seminar topic is from the book, Lesson 4, Section 1, Lesson 4, which is entitled Beware the Bubble Buster. So let's jump right into this. All right. First, I want you to, in dealing with bubble busters, before we even talk about who and what they are, I want you to know that you should be careful with whom you share your dreams and goals. All right. The reason why is your dreams are or should be as precious or perhaps even more precious to you as any material possession you treasure. As generous a person as you may be, you don't have to go. You don't go blindly giving your money away. at the same amount of time and care that you put in, that should be applied to the sharing of your dreams and goals. So, you don't just give your money away. You shouldn't just give your dreams and goals away. All right. Let's talk about. Well, that's what I said. Just said that. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. What are bubble busters? All right. Bubble busters are those people who will tell you what they think you're incapable of. They'll do everything in their power to not only stop you from following through on your dreams, they'll work overtime to convince you as to why you shouldn't even start the process. You see, more often than not, these people have absolutely no experience in whatever it is that you're looking to do. And chances are whatever experience they do have is punctuated in their lives by them having failed at it. All right. So being their friend, they see you as their equal. So if they failed at it, they feel as though you're just as likely to fail at it. So as your friend, they call themselves advising you not to waste your time. All right. So let's talk about who bubble busters are. Surprisingly and sadly, everyone has a bit of bubble buster in them. I mean, it's just part of our DNA. Except everyone except small children who believe in more than dreams than anyone else. You'll find that bubble busters are everywhere. They go by other names, like I said, dream killer. Favorite term amongst the younger crowd is hater. We've used these terms this evening. And what I want you to realize is that bubble busters are closer to you than you might imagine. Think about that. Think about it. Do you share your dreams and goals with total strangers, or do you share them with family and friends? So guess what? The bubble busters are some of the people closest to you. Remember what I said. Friends see you as their equal. And as for your family, they've known you since before you knew anything. So when you step up to put yourself out into the world in such a way that goes outside of everyone's image of you and that of themselves, you run the risk of violating the sanctity of their comfort zones. And this is unacceptable to them. Just think about that. All right? So now let's examine why they do it. Why they do it. When talking about such people, one of the guys that I look up to, one of my mentors and teachers, Les Brown, what he has said is, if they can't have a larger vision for themselves, how can they possibly have a larger vision for you? I'll say that again. I ain't got to say it again. You got it right there in front of you. If they can't have a larger vision for themselves, how can they have a larger vision for you? And another reason why bubble busters do what they do is this. Uh-oh. Did we get that?
We got it.
We got it. All right. Fear. 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 They scared. See? They're afraid to go outside of the box or go the extra mile themselves. They're afraid that if you go outside the box and you go the extra mile and you actually succeed, then they're going to be faced with the reality that they could have succeeded as well had they only committed themselves to succeeding as opposed to committing themselves to quitting, or worse, not even getting started. Another name for this particular feeling is shame. All right? So I want you to also understand that those who might seem to be bubble busters might not necessarily be bubble busters. All right? One of the things I've come to realize is that the more quote-unquote politically correct this society has become, the more self-delusional it has become as well. In an effort to make everyone feel good about themselves, society wants us to believe that anyone can do anything and everything should be available to everyone. Well, I can't say that I hate to bust that particular bubble, because that's just a load of crap. Yeah, that's some bullshit. All right. The harsh reality is that everything is not meant for everyone, and everyone can't do everything. You have to be honest enough with yourself to know if you have what it takes to do a particular thing. You can put your all into it, but it just might not be what you were meant to do. It's just that's just the way it is. Be honest with yourself. I mean, I would love to be an astronaut, but I know good and damn well I'm not going to pass all those tests. I'd love to sing before sold out stadiums, but I know I better stick to the stadium of one in my car in my shower.
Yeah, you're no Soups. That's
Soups, you're no Soups.
that's what you say.
Me and anyone who has heard you.
We'll see.
We've seen.
Don't bust my bubble.
See, everybody, perfect point. Perfect example of my point. Those who might seem to be bubble busters might not necessarily be bubble busters. When I tell Soup she don't need to be opening her mouth to sing, I'm not trying to bust her bubble. I'm trying not to bust everybody else's eardrums. All right. So what I'm also going to do, let's just wrap this up. Let's wrap this up because I want to be able to have enough time. Well, doing great on time. So I'm gonna have people call in a minute after we top this off. I want you to know that there'll be people in your life who will try to convince you that you can't make your dreams come true. All right. I also want you to take from this that they do this because if you make your dreams come true, then they'll look foolish for not doing the same thing for themselves, for not making their dreams come true. And what you have to realize is that people will not take in the shame that they should feel because no one wants to be persecuted, and no one wants to really just accept that accountability for themselves. And we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. So it's like what they'll do is instead of taking in the accountability on themselves, they'll project those negative feelings and that negative energy onto you. I couldn't do it, so what makes you think you can do it? Not everyone advising you away from your goal is trying to bust your bubble. So there's a balance here. Okay, there is a balance here. If everyone's not meant to do whatever it is they set out to do, that's just the reality. You know, one of the things I hate is that, like, you know, these sporting events for kids where every kid that shows up gets a trophy or a medal. The hell is that? All right. Or you know, these schools that have these teams where every kid gets to play. Now, I would love for every kid to get to play. You know what? Go to the park on the weekend if you just want to play. But if you want to compete, then you have to make the cut. When I was in high school, you tried out for the team. You either were good in it. There was a certain amount of slots on the team. You either made the cut or you didn't. That's how it was. And then once you made the cut, then you had to determine whether you was going to be first string, second string, JV, bench warmer, locker room, towel boy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there comes a time when you have to realize that, hey, you know what? This just might not be working for you. And the people who may be telling you this may be coming from a genuine place of concern, but what makes that determination is you have to know within yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. To thine own self be true. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. Know what it is that you're bringing to the table, and know whether or not it's good enough. And by good enough, I mean determine if, hey, is this something you just need to build up your skills, or are you just trying to ice skate uphill? All right. Damn, what kind of dialogue is going on in that chat room?
That's Visions.
Wow, what the hell? Who doing the show? Me or hers? The hell? She's like transcribing everything I'm saying up in this month. All right. The last thing I want to say with this is this. Stand your ground, but know when you have to be flexible enough to move one way or another to make your dreams come true. Me personally, and this may come as a shock to many, but I'm a very rigid person. I know. My wife done probably passed out, you know, and she can't believe it. I know. But I'm a rigid person. I believe that there are right ways to do things. I believe there are wrong ways to do things. Everybody knows what I used to do for a living. So quite frankly, at the end of the day, the law is the law. It's a matter of what you're going to be held accountable to. And for a significant portion of my life, I was the symbol of accountability, if you will. You know, when somebody did something wrong, I was the one who showed up to let you know you fucked up. You did something wrong. Now we got to deal with that. All right. There are going to be haters in your life. There are going to be people who are always going to just try to find a way, no pun intended, to steal your shine, take away your happiness, take away your joy. All right. And you have to go about living with these people in the world because you know what? We're not kids anymore. And the world is not the way it was when we were kids. So when you're dealing with these people, and I'm telling you, there's people out there. Everybody knows them. Everybody watching this show, everybody in this studio right now, we all have people in our lives who, some reason or another, we got something they want, whether it's a position at work or, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, some kind of talent or skill. You know, I'm not gonna front. I'm sure there are people who, you know, will watch my show or watch this show. I'm like, who the hell he think he? How the hell he get a show? That's hate right there. And quite frankly, you know what? If you're watching, thank you for the hits. You know, I appreciate it. You know, but know how to deal with these people. Know how to deal with these people because they're not going to go away. You see, they need you more than you need them. This is what I want you to realize. The haters, the dream killers, the bubble busters, they need you more than you need them. One of my cardinal beliefs is that understand that these people exist. But what you have to do is you have to convert their worthless BS into the fertilizer you need to make your dreams come true. How many times have you heard me say that? Mm-hmm. All right. And, you know, some of these people will go all out of their way to make your life miserable. Why? One, like the old saying goes, misery loves company. But keep this in mind. While you're traveling on your path, while you're striving to achieve your goals, they're not doing anything. Right. They're not doing jack shit. And they don't want you to do jack shit. So what are they going to do? They're going to try and pull you back. They're going to try and pull you down. I got kids that are watching this show that are in college right now, I'm sure. Okay? When you know you need to be buckling down and studying for that chemistry exam you got on Monday, and your people's coming to you talking about, yo, let's go to the step show. All right? When you know you're supposed to have your ass buckling down, there's going to be other step shows. It's about to be spring break. You're going to act a total fool, you know, during spring break. Have your ass in that room and do that study and let them get the F or the D or the C. You bust your ass and get that A. Even if it's a hard B, know that you busted your ass to get it because there's going to be people who's going to try and distract you and dissuade you and pull you away from reaching your goals. All right? There's going to be people that's going to talk about you behind your back. There's going to be people that's going to talk about you to your face. See? And look. Don't get it twisted. I tell you the same thing I told these kids when I was a cop. Don't get it twisted. The only thing, the patch on my uniform says Woodbridge. All right? The city on my birth certificate says East Orange. Do not get it twisted. Okay? I'm not from the burbs. All right? I come from the teen streets of East Orange. All right? And I'm proud to say that my parents kept me off the street. My family kept me off the streets. But at the same time, I knew how to handle myself on those streets. All right? Mm-hmm. So there were times you had to knuckle up. All right? So, you know, but here's the thing. Like I said, we don't live in the same world we lived in when we were kids. See? When we were kids, we could knuckle up. Right. Yo, man, I see you at 3 o'clock. You know? And if the tension was really tight, I'll see you at lunch. But what would happen? One or two things would happen. You can knuckle up with somebody, all right, and then afterwards, y'all playing football or whatever, or somebody couldn't take the fact that they got their ass kicked, so they go and get their big brother. All right, then you get your big brother. Then them two fight, and then everybody go play football later on. All right, but what wound up happening over time is some bitch assness got thrown into the game, and dudes started picking up guns. All right, so that's something that we as a people got to take accountability and responsibility for. On the flip side, the whole society overall done got pussified. Okay, and even to the point where if it's a fist fight now, just shooting a fair one, oh, we got to call the police. It's a whole big federal case when it's just, hey, let them knuckle up. So what I want people to realize is, you're going to have to deal with these people. You're going to see them. They exist. But you can't necessarily knuckle up on them. Defend yourself if you have to. All right? But you can't just straight knuckle up on them. There are laws. There are laws. I'm trying to say, no matter how much somebody may be coming at you, no matter how much they're hating on you, no matter how much they're talking about you, and I know women, tell me if I'm wrong, women on the job, this bitch keep messing with me. I don't even like the way she looking at me. I don't even like why she got to even be looking at me.
Heifer.
Why the stinking ass heifer? Why she got to even be looking at me?
Poke her
Why?
eyes out.
I just scratch her face off. All that kind of shit. But see, I'm trying to tell you, and you know what? You could be in the right. She could be bothering you. She could be harassing you. She could be all in your case. All right? But the moment you step to her and put hands on her, guess what? She's the victim. You're the aggressor. And you're in trouble. So be smarter than that. Know that these people are out there. Know that they're trying to steal your joy. They're trying to steal your shine. They're trying to tear you down. But you got to have the internal fortitude to be stronger than that, to stand above that, and when necessary, use the proper procedures to go about getting your situation handled. What's popping off in the chat room?
Well, Blind Furry is agreeing with you. He's like, yes, HRJR, things have truly changed. You can't throw the 1-2 anymore. It's always something else gets thrown into the bucket, and we're going back and forth talking about how somebody tried to sabotage Vision's business or what she's doing. Somebody in the family.
The crochet joint?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Her cousin, who she asked to come on to help her out with it, ended up starting her own business and then using the same platform to.
She tried the
promote.
Stallion Booty Vision.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Vision's got Stallion Booty. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. But she has some job opportunities happening here in chat also. So, hey.
Okay, well, see?
So I happening over
Hey, I want my cut. I think I'm playing. I want my cut.
2%?
I'll take it.
Hey, okay.
That's the minimum. Shit. Dude, King of New York. Hey, if a nickel bag gets sold, I want my cut. I don't want no cut of no nickel bag. I'm just fucking with you. We got a call coming in. I think this might be who I think it is.
Yes.
Caller from the 908. State your name, where you calling from.
Evening, it's Visions.
First of all, you're going to stop sounding like you just woke up when you call up in here.
You have to be
I've
excited.
been sick for 3 weeks.
Are you sick now?
No.
All right then,
Well,
damn it.
kind of still.
I'm kind of still What's going on, girl?
Why you gotta give me such a hard time all the time?
That's what I do. Why? I've been doing this for a year. Why you acting new now? Yeah. I can say that. I've been here for a year. Ha!
Yeah.
So
I know.
tell me about this, man. We got to go get somebody the right way.
See, I ain't even bothering because the funny thing was, I knew she crocheted and I knew she was having a rough time financially, like myself. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do everything. I only have 2 hands, and my daughter only has 2 hands, and we get too much orders in. I didn't want to be backed up providing my customers with stuff. So I talked to her, and she said she was working on something with her daughter, something non-crocheting. But, once she finished with that, she let me know. Well, she decided right before I got sick to put on I have a private family Facebook page that only my family can view. And she decided to put on that and on her personal page that she was starting her own crocheting business. And started to promote it out to the family. When she did it, I wasn't home, wasn't near my Facebook. My great aunt, my 83-year-old great aunt who has a Facebook page, saw it.
Hold on. Wait. Pause. Pause. You said your 80. Baby. I ain't gonna put your government out there, so we'll act like your 83-year-old great aunt calls you visions. We know damn well she don't. V, let me tell you, baby. Do you know what Bertha put on her Facebook page today? Child, I thought she was supposed to be. I ain't putting people's names out there. I thought she's supposed to be helping you build your business. And
What's
child,
funny is my aunt Tess knew that she was supposed to be coming in and helping with me. And that's why my aunt called me about it. She's like, "Are you at home?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, you need to get on Facebook.
You need to get your Facebook on, child."
And before I could even get home, before I could do anything about it, my aunt Tess went on the personal page and on on the family page and on her personal page and went in on her.
I can't see
It's
myself.
like, you're supposed to be working with Kelly. You're supposed to be doing this. Da-da-da. And how you gonna do that?
You really got to be messing up. I'm sorry. First of all, you really got to be messing up. Get chastised by an 83-year-old woman on Facebook. Child, you supposed to be helping her.
You're gonna get, so if you're gonna get fussed at, usually the oldest person in the family gonna be the one that should be fussing at you.
Yeah, but on Facebook, I'm just tripping. It's a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah.
It's
It is funny that that she's on Facebook. The first place, she be cracked. She calls me up every day to ask me about how to handle stuff on Facebook.
So how did this situation get resolved with your cousin? Or is she just doing her thing?
Whole big conversation ensued, both on Facebook and off of Facebook, within the family and everything, and some old ratchety ass bullshit that she did back in the day to me came up as well. And I said, you know what? I'm not even about to argue with her. I blocked her off my business page. I blocked her off my personal page. I blocked her off my Twitter account. I told her in front of family members, you do what you're going to do, because I'm getting business no matter what. I'm just like, but don't think you're going to have any entrance into my life anymore. Ever again. And just blocked her off of everything. And because she got so embarrassed, she shut down. She removed herself from the family page. She shut down her Twitter account. And I don't know what she's doing now. And I don't have no hate, but I don't have no time or patience.
Well, no, I mean,
I'm worried about her.
And you know what? That's absolutely the right thing to do. I can't, jokingly I would say, and then you punched in her face, but are those just jokes? But
no.
But
Being
yeah,
that this is the second time she's done some sort of like this, something. The other situation was more along the lines where, come to find out, she went after my.
Well, we're gonna stop right there. No, we don't. No, see, I knew we was going there.
But that she did that, and other people brought it up, and I was like, you know what? After a while, I said, you know what? I'm gonna move on from it, because we're family, we're blood. I'm not gonna hate on you.
Well, you know what?
If she decides she want to be stupid, she's played herself, and now the whole family's seen it.
Well, I mean, and that's just pretty much how you got to look at it. You shut it down. The family. It's good that when something like that goes down, the people around you can ascertain and discern right from wrong and take the appropriate stand and stand with the party that's actually right. There are just times when people get involved in situations and people take sides, but they don't want to take the side. They know what's right. They know what's right, but sometimes what's right is the hardest to have to deal with. And sometimes there's just consequences that have to be dealt with, but people don't want to accept those consequences. They don't want to deal with it.
There's some people that have taken her side, and I'm just like, that's fine, whatever.
And you know what? That's fine. Go ahead and get your little. Go ahead with her and her little ratchety my first crochet set having ass. Her little funky ass knit 1 pearl 2 skull caps that couldn't fit on a damn kitten. Stinking ass. That's why she had to shut down her Twitter and her Facebook.
The craziest thing, though,
Cause she got to go through this the whole life having.
All my customers I have so far, none of them are related to me.
That's a beautiful thing. And the
so,
thing is,
all my customers that I have are friends from high school and friends from elsewhere, and I'm just like, well, hey, you can put it out there, but if they ain't ordering from me, they really think they're gonna order from you?
Yeah, stinking ass. You can always call her stinking ass. Oh, stinking ass.
That covers it, right?
Yeah. You know, I mean, and because that's your family, see, I won't go this far, but you could do it because that's your family. You stinking ass bitch.
Uh-oh.
You blood. That's you can do that. I'm not gonna do it.
That's a
I don't know
cousin.
the chick, but you can do that. I'm not gonna do it. You can do it. I'll call her stinking ass. You can finish it off, stinking ass bitch. But that's your family. You can do that. Thanks for calling in, sweetheart.
ahead.
I'm gonna see you in the chat room.
All right.
Get some Tennessee honey. You be all right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yo, Aaron, you about to walk out, man? You standing up and.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh.
All right. All right, my man. See, Aaron's on camera. Turn around, say hello to the people. All right, now get the hell out of here, man. All right.
Alert, your arrest record is... When your picture popped up, that came up. No.
Wow. Wow. You got snitched on. You got snitched on.
Oh, you went away and it went away. I don't know. Okay.
Ah. Hey, man, thanks for coming through. Thanks for everything. We'll be in touch. All right? Get with you, man. Take care. Get home safe. What's popping in the chat room? I'm sure Vicious was talking, so I know I got to worry about nothing. If she was typing while she was talking, that's some talented ass shit.
A lot of people were just tuning into that whole conversation of how scandalous it was that her cousin undercut her like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Blind Fury said, FOE, family over everything doesn't always work, Soups.
Hell
I hear
no.
you.
Hell no, it don't. Family be sometimes, and Vision's story is perfect proof of that. Sometimes family be the one that just do you the most dirty. The most dirty. It'd be family. That just, oh man, it's just, man, I tell you. Anybody else want to call in? The number is 646-233-1302. We are doing incredibly well on time. I thought I was going to be pushing it close to the edge. You know what? It's been a year, and I think we've got to the point where I've manifested my worst fear of the show.
What's that?
Being done saying everything I wanted to say and still having time left. So I tell you what, why don't we do this? I'm going to take a quick break, refill my cup, okay? And since we are paying homage or homage to the homie Notorious B.I.G., let me just hit you off with this right quick. And we'll be right back in a minute.
I like this.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping Moet is where you find me. The back of the club, macking holes, my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True to life players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GF3. I got the chronic by the tree. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Why? Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Baby. Straight up, honey, really I'm asking. Most of these fellas think they be macking, but they be acting. acting? Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Who you be with? Things to make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gon' be here for a while. I'm gon' call my crew. You gon' call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave. Throw the keys to little C's. Pull the truck up front and roll up the next one so we can steam on the way to the telly. Go fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi. Smoke L's while you do me. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby.
How you living, Biggie Smalls?
Imagining Benzes giving ends to my friends and it feels stupendous. Tremendous cream, get $1 and a dream. Still tote gas strapped with infrared beams. Chopping O's, smoking line optimals. Money, ups and clothes, all a brother knows. A foolish pleasure, whatever. I had to find the buried treasure. So grams I had to measure. However, living better now. Coochie sweater now. Drop top BMs, I'm the man, girlfriend.
Honey, check it. Tell your friends to get with my friends. We could be friends. Shit, we could do this every weekend. That's right. Alright? Is that alright with you? Yeah. Keep banging.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Papa. To the honeys getting money, playing fellas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Check it out. Yeah. Puff Daddy, Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia, represent baby.
Yeah. Baby.
That was one sexy man. And that was when he did that. Was whew, Piggy.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, you know what's funny? I'm happy to say I'm losing weight. I'm drinking milk now. You know, I had got to a point. I want to say this is 2013. I want to say like maybe about 7 years ago. I got to a point where I didn't realize. I actually realized how big I had gotten. Mm-hmm. I had. Oh man, what's I calling while I'm telling my story? All right, I'm gonna answer this call, but I'm gonna finish my damn story. All right. All right, caller from the 313. Sit tight, cause damn it, I'm gonna finish my story. No, I'm saying about 6-7 years ago. I had got to about maybe 295, 298. I was almost 300 pounds. But, I mean, you know, I was eating well, doing a job. You know, I was, for the most part, healthy, you know. But I was having a conversation with someone, pretty much the same way I'm having this conversation with you. Mm-hmm. Normal tone of conversation. And in the course of the conversation, I found myself saying, yeah, so, oh, shit. I paused. I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. So I got scared. So I said, once I did the Biggie Small inhale while I was just having a normal conversation, I was winded having a normal conversation. I said, nah, I got to cut down. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm proud to say I've lost a lot of weight since then. I'm about maybe, let's see, I'm about maybe 35 pounds lighter from since then. And I'm still shooting to go down further. Anyway, caller from the 313. Baby. No. State your name and where you calling from.
Deasia.
Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Deasia from Detroit.
Deasia from Detroit. How you doing?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can we do for you? What would you like to share this conversation in the last 3 minutes that we have?
I just wanted to call
don't know.
Did you want to talk
I
about?
don't remember.
What
What did you say?
you just felt lonely? You wanted to pick up the phone and have a conversation? Popping mollies or something? Kind of real.
No.
You sound a little young. I wonder if
How old are you?
Hmm?
How old are you?
17.
17. Okay.
Okay, all right. So I have to moderate myself because I'm speaking with
Right. At 17.
a minor.
I wonder at 17 if you've had experienced people, being negative towards your dreams and aspirations.
Yes, I have. Yes.
In what way? What dream have you had that people have not supported or have talked negatively about?
Like, people, like, okay, if I want to dance or something, they're like, I can dance real good, and they say I dance so good. It's like people, they think they can dance better than me, so they want to put me down because they think they can dance better than me.
Hey, well, we live in the so you think you can dance X Factor era. So, I mean, hell, what was shit? You got served. Let's battle. What? What kind? First of all, wait a minute. What kind of dancing? What style? Jazz, tap, African,
Hip-hop.
pole. Okay, hip hop. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, people say dancer. You gotta throw it all out there. No, you said hip hop, right? Cool. No problem. You good with yours, right?
Yeah.
You nice with yours, right? You got a YouTube or Twitter or something where people can see you do your thing.
Right.
Okay. Let me ask the question again in English. Do you have a YouTube or Twitter where people can go on and see your videos or follow you or see what you're doing?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
How you gonna call me and?
She's trying to get her YouTube channel. Like she's trying to get us the.
Well, we about to go off the air.
We are.
Yes, we are. So
you got to call in next week.
Yes, sister girl, please do call in next week. The chat room be open for a few more minutes. So when you find that YouTube address, just copy and paste it into the chat room, and we'll have the chat room rebels follow you and see if you really got what it takes. All right. So, sweetheart, I wish you the best of luck, and turn your haters into your motivators. Convert their worthless BS into fuel you need to fertilize your dreams. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Damn, it's 9:00. And it's about that time. It's about that time. I had a great time. It's been a wonderful show. I think it was a very good show.
Very good.
Like I said, bittersweet. Giving props to Biggie, but hey, I've been here at BKS a year, and what a difference a year makes. Met a lot of new people, wonderful people, and I'm happy to be a part of this family. Now, having said all of that, before I go, there's something that I want everyone to know. Next week, it's that time of month again.
Already?
It's that time. It's that time of the month.
Already?
Already. It's that time of the month. Next week will be the Man Cave Show. No those allowed. Soups will not be sitting in this room. We will have all testosterone the entire hour, maybe a couple minutes more, and we will be getting it in. I already have the questions that we're going to have lined up, all right? And I've gotten the feedback. I've gotten the feedback from all of the people that sent me emails and the tweets and the Facebook messages. Last Man Cave Show was like really mellow, really mature, and there weren't a lot of people happy about that. And I think, is Shorty still on the phone?
I thought you had.
I'm on the phone.
What the hell? How the hell she's still on the phone? I thought I hung up on you. No offense, but I thought I was done with you.
He thought you were listening at bks1radio.com
What the
on
hell?
the Find a Way to Make a Way tab.
What the hell? All right, well, I'll tell you what. You just sit there and be quiet because we about to wrap this damn show up. All right, you supposed to go back to finding your YouTube to put it in the chat room box. No, next week is the Man Cave Show, and I'm looking to line this room up with pure ratchetness. We gonna to act. I mean, I had my last Man Cave show. It was me, Kaiser, and my brother-in-law came through.
Yes.
We were supposed to have a couple other people who weren't able to make it due to technological difficulties. I told you to be your behind quiet over there. But no, if I can get the dudes that I'm planning on having to come through, I can get them to come through. This will be like the Man Cave of old. Yeah. Yeah. So, all that having been said and done, we're going to pretty much take this back the same way we brought it in.
Make a vision support shaming.
Now, before I finish,
force
let me
field
just
brawl.
say, I did not come here to show out.
Going
Did
for your
not come
nipple.
here to impress you. Because
As soon as you walk into
when I
the-
leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
All right. Like I said, we're going to take this out same way we brought it in. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Shout out to the homie Kaiser, who's with his family, took his kids to see his to see their grandmother. All right, so family first, you know, and we're not talking welfare, you know. So he'll be here next week. I'll shout out to whoever I want to have come in next week when I know that they're coming in. And I'm your host, Harold S. Reed Jr., also known as HRJR, your motivational coach. If you don't know what motive action means, motive plus action equals results. Results equals success. You can find me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/HRJR Speaks. You can also on Twitter at HS Reed Jr. What the hell? See, Soups, stop dancing.
Because I'm moving in the chair. The music.
Stop dancing.
Okay, I'm gonna tell.
Damn it. As I was saying, you can follow me on Twitter at HS Reed Jr. And that's it. It was wonderful. We'll see you next week. www.bksonradio.com. Stay tuned. In another hour and a half, we will have the crew from Live in the Vocal Booth come in. Do we know what we're rating and reviewing?
Sure don't.
We do not know what's going to be on Rate and Review tonight, so it will be a surprise to you as much as it will be a surprise to me. Take care of yourself. As I always say, I got two things for you. One, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Two, the impossible is only impossible because you have yet to step up and make it possible. Turn your haters into your motivators. Convert their worthless BS to the fertilizer you need to fuel your dreams and goals. Take care of yourself. God bless.